Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about a really powerful feature in Windows Server that a lot of people overlook. Think of it like a dedicated traffic cop for your apps, making sure everything keeps running, even when things get busy. Let's dive in. All right, let's start with a problem we've all been through, right? You're trying to get something done, you're on a website, you click a link, and nothing. The site just hangs. Or, even worse, it completely crashes. You know, a lot of the time what's happening here is just a digital traffic jam. Way too many people are trying to get to the same place at once, and the single server handling all those requests just gets totally overwhelmed. But there's a solution for this, and it's probably already built into the tools you use. And that solution is Windows Network Load Balancing, or as pretty much everyone calls it, NLB. It's a feature that was literally designed to stop that kind of server meltdown by spreading the workload around. So, what's the point of all this? Well, it really boils down to three key things: keeping your services online, making sure they run fast, and letting you grow without everything falling apart. It's all about being reliable.
So, how does it actually work its magic? I mean, how does it stop one server from getting totally swamped while the others sit around doing nothing? Well, the secret is all about teamwork. Okay, so the big idea here is something called a virtual cluster. It's kind of like taking a whole bunch of separate servers and making them pretend to be one single super powerful server. To anyone on the outside, it just looks like one machine with one IP address.
So here's how that teamwork actually happens. First, you group your servers together. Then you give them all that one shared IP address we just talked about. Now here's the clever part. The servers are constantly sending out these little heartbeat packets to each other, basically just saying, yep, I'm still here, I'm healthy. And if one of those servers suddenly goes quiet, the rest of the team knows instantly and starts redirecting traffic away from it. It's a really simple but super effective failsafe.
Now, NLB is great for sure, but it's not the right tool for every single job. So what kind of applications are we talking about here? What's the perfect fit?
The magic word you need to know here is stateless. A stateless application is one where it doesn't matter which server you talk to because none of them need to remember who you are from one click to the next. Think about a simple website or an FTP server. The opposite is stateful, like an online shopping cart where the server has to remember what you put in it. So for those stateless apps like web farms and VPNs, NLB is absolutely ideal.
Okay, so we know what it's good for. But, and this is a big but, you have to know its limits. NLB is not a silver bullet, and it's so important to understand where it falls short before you start relying on it.
I mean, you look at the documentation and wow, it says you can scale this thing all the way up to 32 servers, or nodes, in a single cluster. Sounds amazing, right? But, and here's the catch, in the real world, you're probably going to want to stick to around 8 servers, maybe even fewer. And you might be asking, why is that? Well, think about it. Once you get too many servers, all those little heartbeat messages checking on each other actually start to create their own network traffic and can slow the whole system down. And this right here, this is probably the single most important thing to understand about NLB's weakness. Look at that first row. NLB is great at knowing if a server's power is on. If the whole machine goes offline, the heartbeats stop and it knows. But it has absolutely no clue if the application running on that server has crashed. So the server could be running just fine, but your website is broken and NLB will just keep sending users right to that dead end.
So, after all that, what's the final takeaway? What's the one thing you really need to remember about Windows NLB?
Look, here's the bottom line. NLB is a fantastic tool. It's powerful, it's effective, and hey, it's free. It's already built right into Windows Server. For adding basic reliability and scalability to those simple, stateless apps, it is an excellent choice.
So yeah, it all comes back to that traffic cop idea, right? NLB is great at seeing if a whole road is closed and diverting traffic, but it has no idea if the store you're trying to get to on that road is actually open for business. So, for your most important mission-critical applications, you just have to ask yourself, is that simple traffic cop really smart enough for the job?